Epilogue. Kaya, Mir, and Calix stood frozen, crushed by the sight. Cold terror and the heavy realization locked them down. This choice would rewrite everything. The majestic, horrific panorama of a dead Earth unfolded before them. The planet, once breathing, once loaded with hope, was a corpse now, a wasteland smothered under an infinite sheet of gray dust. Slashed by tectonic canyons, where oceans once raged, dry basins gaped, scars of an ancient cataclysm. The sky, black, starless, the atmosphere deleted, the planet stripped bare against the freezing vacuum of space. Megacities that once housed billions were now pulverized, mangled remnants of empire, rusted skeletons of skyscrapers, collapsed highways leading to nowhere. Against the scorched plains, frozen frames of orbital stations lay crashed, silent monuments to a failed backup plan. The planet was locked in absolute silence. Zero wind, zero sound. A knot jammed in Kaya's throat. The air thinned. She realized they weren't just survivors. They were the new architects, and that terrified her more than anything. Memory flooded her. Peter's face, the fire in Mir's eyes, Calix's iron voice, hope, doubt, despair. Mir stepped forward, squinting for the phantom borders of continents, his fingers locked into fists. He wanted to believe the light wasn't dead, but the visuals purged that faith. The ruthless landscape crushed him with silent horror. His jaw opened, words clawed to get out, but died in his throat. Calix felt the guilt, the agony of what happened eons ago to humanity's cradle. He should have pointed the way, but now it felt like he failed everyone, and himself. He touched his chest, not his heart but an old wound, and froze. A silent prayer. Peter was there with them, living the same nightmare. Terror overrode everything. A storm ripped through his core, decisions, errors, victories, all executing simultaneously. He saw them, Kaya, Mir, Calix. For a fraction of a second they looked right at him, silent, as if they always knew he would be there. After everything they survived, they were a unit, truly. This is the remnant of your home, the voice of the Ascended, cold, devoid of emotion or accusation. Our shared home. We do not know who executed the first strike, but all share the guilt. A world that we, annihilated. Peter's voice cracked. Is humanity hard-coded to self-destruct? Unknown, but you must make a choice, the Ascended replied. Expansion or eternal cage. Before you, countless other iterations of civilization populated the cube system. Each ran its own algorithm, but the final output remained identical. Total system failure. A new run, new lives, a patched history, a patched environment. But the end is always the same. Destruction. Not because you are identical, but because every vector converged on this tragedy. It is your turn. They froze. The moment was inescapable. Their decision would be final. No one else could make it for them. For the first time, Kaya didn't look for support. She knew. The choice couldn't be shared. Expansion or eternal cage. Time flatlined. Peter wanted to believe humanity could still change, that a chance still existed. But the weight of the override terrified him. He knew the cost of doing nothing, but executing the command risked total catastrophe, because this choice was the last, perhaps the most human choice of all. The voices of the Ascended and Anti-Ascended echoed in his mind. Their journey speared through him, vivid, unforgiving. Space compressed to a single pixel. The prompt was here, blinking before them, but no one moved. The future drowned in the fog. The universe held its breath. Only the void remained. The silence. The exact silence where a decision is born,